friends, how are you? I hope you will be fine at home. You know very well your unit test is approaching. So we were revising the chapter. So today we will discuss the first chapter. What is democracy? Why democracy? Already we have discussed, but again we will discuss some important points. What is democracy and why democracy? Firstly, we will understand the concept. What do we mean by the word democracy? Democracy is derived from the Greek word demokratia. It means, that is the important question. The democracy we have taken from which word? That is the Greek word. Which Greek word? Democratia. And demos also, kratia also divided into two parts. Demos, what is the meaning of demos? People. And kratia means the government. Clear? It means democracy is derived from the Greek words demokratia. Demos means people or kratia means the government. So it means democracy means rule by the people. Clear? What is the meaning of democracy? Democracy means rule by the people. That definition also given by the Abraham Lincoln, who was the president of USA in 1861 to 1865. Also gave the definition regarding democracy. According to the Abraham Lincoln, who was the Abraham Lincoln? Abraham Lincoln was the US president. In which year? 1861 to 1865. Gave the definition: government of the people, for the people and by the people. It means government of the people, यानी कि government किसकी है? लोगों की है. For the people means किसके लिए? किसके लिए? लोगों के लिए है. और किसने इसको बनाया है डेमोक्रेटिक गवर्नमेंट को? लोगों के द्वारा बनाया गया. तो सिंपल कि डेमोक्रेसी क्या है? क्या मीनिंग बताया डेमोक्रेसी? यानी कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ द पीपल, फॉर द पीपल एंड बाय द पीपल. नाउ वी विल डिस्कस दैट टू टाइप्स ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. Democracy also direct democracy and indirect democracy. Firstly, we will discuss what is the meaning of direct democracy. A system in which all the adult citizens directly participate in making laws and framing the policies. यानी कि इसमें क्या, जो adult citizens है, यानी कि those who got the age of above 18 years, they can directly participate in the decision making process या making any policies and programs of the countries. Second, indirect democracy. In the indirect democracy, the representatives make laws on behalf of the people. In indirect democracy में representatives taking any decisions on the behalf of the, making laws on behalf of the people. It means what happened here? People are taking directly participate in the direct democracy. Or in the indirect democracy, who is taking the participate? Representatives. So representatives are chosen by the people. They are taking participate in the making laws on the behalf of the people. So these are the two types of democracy: direct democracy and indirect democracy. But direct democracy is possible all over the world. If you want to say that, no, direct democracy is not really suitable for modern nation state because they have extensive territories and huge population. So it is not possible that people can directly participate in to meet in their primary assemblies for the purpose of making laws, like in our country India, USA. It is not possible. क्लियर? डायरेक्ट डेमोक्रेसी का मतलब हमने समझा कि इसका मतलब क्या है कि पीपल्स डायरेक्टली पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं उसको डिसीजन मेकिंग प्रोसेस में. और इनडायरेक्ट डेमोक्रेसी में कौन पार्टिसिपेट कर रहा है? किसके बिहाफ पर? रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स ऑन द बिहाफ ऑफ द पीपल. दे आर मेकिंग द लॉज. नाउ वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द फीचर्स ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. फर्स्टली वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द वन बाय वन. मेजर डिसीजंस बाय इलेक्टेड रूलर्स. इट मींस हु इज टेकिंग द मेजर डिसीजंस? Major decisions in a democracies are taken by the elected rulers. In a democracy, the final decisions making power rests with those elected by the people. So we can take the example here Pakistan for understanding that. We can take the examples of Pakistan for better understanding. Musharraf came to power in October. Pervez Musharraf came to power in Pakistan in October 1999. यानी कि परवेज मुशर्रफ कब पावर में आए पाकिस्तान में? अक्टूबर 1999. With the help of Pervez Musharraf came to power in Pakistan by a military coup. मिलिट्री coup का मतलब क्या होता है? ए सडन ओवरथ्रो ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट, इलीगली, यानी कि इलीगल तरीके से गवर्नमेंट को कर देना. और बिफोर दैट हाउ व्हाट दे हैव डन इन अक्टूबर 1919 लेड ए मिलिट्री coup, यानी कि विद द हेल्प ऑफ ए मिलिट्री coup, यानी कि सडन ओवरथ्रो द गवर्नमेंट इलीगल वे, इट मे बी वायलेंट इन नेचर, to overthrow the democratically elected government. Or which type of government was present here? Democratic, that was elected by the people, but with the help of the General Pervez Musharraf. किसकी सहायता से? Military coup. It was came in which year? October 1999. And declared himself here chief executives of the country. उन्होंने अपने आप को क्या डिक्लेयर कर लिया? अक्टूबर 1919 में chief executives of the country. After that he held a referendum. What is the meaning of referendum? Referendum is a direct vote in which the entire electorate, entire मतलब all the peoples of that particular country, is a direct vote in which the entire का मतलब complete electorate is asked to either accept or reject a particular proposals. यानी कि इसमें क्या होता है? डायरेक्ट इलेक्टोरेट के द्वारा पूछा जाता है कि यू हैव टू एक्सेप्ट दैट प्रपोजल और नॉट, for maybe for making any constitution, for making any program and policies, for making the government. Or that was held in which year? 2002. यानी कि referendum was held in 2002. It was a direct vote in which the entire electorate is asked to either accept, कि या तो आपको मुझे accept करना है या reject करना है a particular proposals. और it was held in which year? 2002. And what according to that what decisions held? 5-year extension as president. उसको क्या बना दिया गया? 5 years के लिए आगे बढ़ा दिया उसका extension as a president. Clear up to here? After that, in 2002 again a legal framework order was issued by, in 2002 5-year extension as president. In 2002 legal framework order, it means according to that what can do? President can dismiss the national and provincial assemblies. यानी कि according to the legal framework, it was issued in which year? 2002. According to that, president can dismiss. क्या कर सकता था? president को dismiss कर सकता था, भंग कर सकता था. National and provincial assemblies and the civilian cabinet is supervised by, यानी कि और who will supervise here? By a national security council. Now who will supervise this? नेशनल सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल, विच इज, और नेशनल सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल किसके अंडर में काम कर रही थी वहां पर? विच इज डोमिनेटेड बाय मिलिट्री ऑफिसर्स, यानी कि नेशनल सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल विच डोमिनेटेड बाय द मिलिट्री ऑफिसर्स. तो इट मीन्स इलेक्शंस वर हेल्ड लेटर बट द रियल पावर रेस्ट विद द मिलिट्री ऑफिसर्स. ये कह रहे इलेक्शंस हुए बट रियली पावर हु वाज हैविंग हियर द रियली पावर? Military officers. Yeah, we can say that the final decisions was taken by the army and the General Pervez Musharraf was having. They were having all the powers. Despite elections हुए यहाँ पर. Despite elections to the national and provincial assemblies, the final powers rested with General Musharraf and military officers. So it means above the Pakistan examples, what we have learned here. According to that, we can say that we learned that in a democracy, the final decisions making power must rest only with those. किसके पास होना चाहिए फाइनल डिसीजन लेने का निर्णय यहाँ पर? Those elected by the people and not with any external power. यानी कि in the Pakistan, who were taking the final decision? External power. Who was the external power? Military officers. They were not elected by the people. And who were the elected people here? National and provincial assemblies and the civilian cabinet, but they were supervised by the National Security Council, or that National Security Council which was dominated by the military officers. कह रहे कि हालांकि यहाँ पे इलेक्शंस हुए, बट आफ्टर दैट हु वाज हैविंग द मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट पावर? मिलिट्री ऑफिसर्स एंड द जनरल परवेज मुशर्रफ। और वैसे हम कहें कि व्हाट इज द मेन फीचर्स ऑफ द डेमोक्रेसी? मेजर डिसीजंस बाय इलेक्टेड रूलर्स, यानी कि those rulers we will choose, they will take the final decision, that is the definition, यानी कि means rule by the people, and then who will take the decisions? Those representatives will chosen by the people. Now we will discuss the second features, free and fair electoral competition. Now we will discuss the second features, free and fair electoral competition. That is the second features of democracy. A democracy must be based on a free and fair elections where people must have real choice between political alternatives. So we will understand this with the examples of China and Mexico. यानी कि free and fair electoral competition. We will understand that concept, that point with the help of two countries example, China and Mexico example. China, firstly we see elections held after China. Elections held after every 5 years for electing the country's parliament. Or what is the name of the country's parliament in China? National People's Congress. यानी कि in China elections held after how many years? 5 years for electing the country's parliament. Or what is the name of the country's parliament? National People Congress. That is the name of the parliament. The president of China is appointed by about 3,000. Here, the president of China is appointed by about 3,000 members of the National People Congress. यानी कि जो यहाँ का प्रेसिडेंट है किसके द्वारा चूज किया जाता है? नेशनल पीपल कांग्रेस. और अप्रोक्सीमेटली हाउ मेनी मेंबर्स आर देयर? 3,000 members are here. All it has nearly 3,000 members elected from all over China. Some members are elected by the army. लेकिन जो उसमें 3,000 members हैं जो चूज किए जाते हैं उसमें से कुछ किसके मेंबर हैं? आर्मी मेंबर हैं. And only before contesting election, a candidate needs the approval of the Chinese Communist Party. अगर किसी को भी करना है, अगर वहां का मेंबर बनना है कंटेस्टिंग इलेक्शन के लिए, कौन सी पार्टी से उनको अप्रूवल होना चाहिए? Which party? What is the name of the party? Chinese Communist Party. So we can say that in China, China has one party system. Or what is the name of that party name especially? Chinese Communist Party. Or only those who are members of the Chinese Communist Party or 8 other smaller parties. Smaller parties का मतलब allies. To it were allowed to contest elections here. So it means when elections were held in 2002 and 2003, only those who are members of the CPC मतलब Chinese Communist Party or 8 smaller parties allied to it were allowed to contest elections. It means the government is always formed by the Communist Party. तो इसका मतलब यहाँ पर गवर्नमेंट किसके द्वारा बनाई जाती है? कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी के द्वारा. So dear students, we have discussed here free and fair electoral competitions. First example we have taken the China. China, यानी कि for after how many years elections held? After every 5 years. For contesting the which purpose? Country's parliament. Or what is the name of the country's parliament? National People Congress. So here, यानी कि the president of China. In China, president is appointed by the how many members? Choose the president 3,000 members. Or they were selected यानी कि elected all over the China. Or some members are from the army also. But who can contest the elections here? In 2000 we can take the example which year? 2002 and 2003. Only those who are members of the CPI यानी कि Chinese Communist Party or 8 smaller parties allied to it were allowed to contest elections. यानी कि they only contest the elections. यानी कि other parties are not given the permission कि you can contest election here. So it means we can say that people are having, we are saying कि here they are conducting the elections after every years. But really people is having the real choice for choosing their representatives? No. We can say that no, people don't have the real choice. Second examples we can take Mexico. since Mexico gained the independence in which year? 1930. हमने चाइना में पढ़ा, चाइना conduct the elections after how many years? 5 years. But in China, sorry, Mexico, they conduct the elections after every 6 years. But until 2000, every elections won by a party. ये कह रहे कि Mexico gained the independence in 1930, but until 2000, every elections won by. लेकिन वहां पर 2000 तक एक ही पार्टी के द्वारा इलेक्शन जीता जा रहा था बार बार. दैट पार्टी ने PRI यानी कि इंस्टीट्यूशनल रिवोल्यूशनरीज पार्टी. इट इज बिलीव्ड दैट क्यों PRI adopted unfair means to win elections. यानी कि PRI using the unfair means to using. और what is the meaning here? PRI क्या है? अगर short question पूछते हैं, it was a political party of Mexico called Institutional Revolutionary Party. Clear? The PRI won every elections until कब से जीते? Until 2000. Up to here. Why was every elections won by PRI? That is also next questions we can raise. Why PRI? We are saying every elections won by PRI in Mexico because PRI managed to win every elections mainly through unfair means. यानी कि they were using the malpractices, fraud methods they were using for winning the election. They spent a lot of money in campaigning for its candidate and force people to vote for them. और लोगों को जबरदस्ती forcefully करेगी you should cast your vote to only that particular party. तो यानी कि above the two examples, what we can say that these was no choice for people in Mexico. There was no way PRI could be defeated even if the people were against it. The elections were not fair because who won the elections here in the Mexico every time? PRI until 2000 तक. और कांग्रेस चाइना में who were won the elections every time? Chinese Communist Party. So what we understand here? Can we call this is a choice here, people? In the Mexican people seem to really a choice, but in practice they had no choice. No choice. तो देयर वाज नो वे द रूलिंग पार्टी कुड बी डिफीटेड. तो यहाँ पर क्या जो रूलिंग पार्टी है उसको डिफीट होगी, यहाँ पर हारेगी? नो. इवन इफ पीपल वर अगेंस्ट इट, दीज आर नॉट फेयर इलेक्शन. तो कैन वी से दैट इन चाइना एंड इन मैक्सिको फेयर इलेक्शंस हेल्ड? नो. So it means what is the definition? Second features we are discussing here. So a democracy must be based on a free and fair elections. What is the second features of democracy? Democracy must be based on a free and fair elections where those currently in power have a fair chance to lose of losing. अगर हम डेमोक्रेसी में अगर हम ये कंसेप्ट अडोप्ट करते हैं फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्टोरल कॉम्पिटिशन, अगर नहीं अडोप्ट करेंगे तो जो रूलिंग पार्टी है दे विल नेवर लूज द इलेक्शंस बिकॉज दे विल ऑलवेज विन द इलेक्शंस. बट इन द डेमोक्रेसी व्हाट इज द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स? यानी कि फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शंस कंडक्टिंग, यानी कि जो रूलिंग पार्टी है उसको भी डर रहेगा कि इफ दे विल नॉट डू द गुड वर्क फॉर द वेलफेयर ऑफ द पीपल, तो इट मीन्स इन द नेक्स्ट टाइम पीपल विल नॉट कास्ट देयर वोट टू दैट पर्टिकुलर पार्टी. So it means that party will not come into power. So it means we can say that the second features free and fair electoral competition. Two countries examples we have taken here, China and Mexico. Really, we can say that people were having the real choice. No, in the China only people will cast only that particular party, Chinese Communist Party or 8 other allies. Or in the Mexico until 2000, who was winning the elections here? PRI, Institutional Revolutionaries Party. Why? Because they were using the unfair means to winning the election. There are many types of person. And who choose the president here in China? Approximately how many members? 3,000 members. Or they were elected by all over China. And what is the name of the parliament here? National People Congress. Or which party is main here? Chinese Communist Party. Or in 2002, 2003, only those who can win the election here. In 2002-3, only those who are members of the Chinese Communist Party or 8 smaller parties allied, it were allowed to contest. यानी कि वहां तो सिर्फ Chinese Communist Party और जो 8 other allies हैं उन्हीं को परमिशन है कि they can contest the elections. They didn't give the permissions to the other parties. In which year Mexico gained the independence? In 1930. Or in Mexico, elections had after every 5 years or 6 years? 6 years. Or in China, elections held after every 5 years. Or in which year gained the independence? 1930. Until 2000, which political party was the main here? PRI. What is the full form PRI? Institutional Revolutionary Party. Or that party forcing to people, किस चीज के लिए फोर्स कर रही थी कि आप हमें ही वोट डालेंगे, सो वी कैन विन द इलेक्शन. इट मीन्स पीपल डोंट हैव द रियल चॉइस इन द प्रैक्टिकली. इलेक्शंस हो रहे हैं यहाँ पर भी हैं 5 years, इन मैक्सिको ऑल्सो 6 years, बट रियली दे डोंट हैव एनी चॉइस. बट इन ए डेमोक्रेसी people are having the real choice, free and fair electoral competition. So dear students, now we will discuss the third features: one person, one vote, one value. Third features: one person, one vote, one value. In a democracy, all adult citizens is having what they are having here. In a democracy, each adult citizens must have one vote and each vote must have equal value, यानी कि one value should be there. So it means democracy is based on a fundamental principle of political equality. Political equality means we should give the chance to each and everyone. Each and everyone, those who got the age of 18 years and above 18 years, we should give the chance to that particular person so they can cast their vote. That is called the political equality. यानी कि that is called a universal adult franchise. Yeah, we can say that the adult citizen, adult means those who got the age of 18 years, they can cast their vote. In a democracy, is based on a fundamental principle of political equality. But in we understand, we can take the other countries example also. They didn't give the right, यानी कि one person, one vote, one value. In Saudi Arabia, women don't have the right to vote according to our book. But now we must go here in Saudi Arabia, women got the right. They can cast their vote, but if they want to cast their vote, तो फर्स्टली दे विल टेक परमिशन फ्रॉम देयर हस्बैंड. अगर उनको वोट डालना है तो उनको अपने हस्बैंड से परमिशन लेनी होगी इसके लिए. तो इट मीन सऊदी अरेबिया हम कह सकते हैं कि वीमेन डोंट हैव द राइट टू, तो दैट नीड मीन्स वन पर्सन वन वोट वन वैल्यू. तो दैट प्रिंसिपल इज नॉट एप्लीकेबल हियर प्रैक्टिकली. इन एस्टोनिया द रशियन माइनॉरिटी को ना दोज हु आर इन द लेस इन पॉपुलेशन फाइंड इट डिफिकल्ट to get the right to vote. It means in the Russia, who can cast the vote here? Those who are in the majority, and those who are in the minority, they find it difficult to get the right to vote. यानी कि जो रशियन माइनॉरिटी में है उनको वोट डालने का अधिकार मुश्किल से मिलता है वहां पर. They didn't have the basic rights. So it means that principle is also not applicable here. One person, one vote, one value. Third example, we can say that Fiji. The vote of an indigenous Fiji. Indigenous we can say that the native people. What is the meaning of indigenous? Native यानी कि जो लोग वहीं के हैं फिजी के, has more value than that of an Indian Fijian. यानी कि जो इंडिया से जाकर जो वहाँ सेटल हो चुके हैं उनको कम वैल्यू है कंपेरेटिवली किसके कंपेरेटिवली इंडिजीनियस फिजी, यानी कि दे आर हैविंग द मोर वैल्यू देन दैट ऑफ एन इंडियन फिजियन. तो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, वी हैव डिस्कस वन पर्सन वन वोट one value, but we in a democracy each adult citizen must have one vote and each vote must have one value. यानी कि हर पर्सन की एक ही वैल्यू रहेगी. वन पर्सन वन वोट वन वैल्यू, और सभी इक्वल वैल्यू है. मे बी और प्राइम मिनिस्टर या लेबर, चाहे प्राइम मिनिस्टर अपना वोट डालने जा रहा हो चाहे कोई लेबर, सभी के वन पर्सन वन वोट वन वैल्यू है. दैट इज द मेन फीचर ऑफ ए डेमोक्रेसी. But we have taken the example of other countries also, Saudi Arabia, Estonia and Fiji. They didn't adopted that principle, one person, one vote, one value. Now we will discuss the rule of law and respect for rights. Rule of law and respect for rights. Here, a democratic government rules within limits set by constitutional. यानी कि democratic government will rule according to the rules and regulation, or these rules and regulations provided by the constitutional laws. And citizens' rights. There should be sufficient room for normal political activity, respect for the basic rights of the citizens such as, and in our country we have given the basic rights also, यानी कि freedom of expression, freedom of association, freedom of protest, freedom of thought. Now for understanding that point properly, rule of law and respect for rights, we have taken the example of this country, Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe gained independence in 1980 from the white minority. यानी कि Zimbabwe, in which year Zimbabwe gained the independence? 1980. The country has been ruled by, ये कह रहे कि the country has been ruled by JANU PF. That is the, क्या है ये JANU PF का क्या यहाँ पर मेन रूल था? यहाँ पर कह रहे since independence का मतलब क्या है? 1980. Zimbabwe has been ruled by JANU PF. Z से क्या बना? जिम्बाब्वे, ए से क्या बनेगा? अफ्रीकन, एन से क्या बना? नेशनल, यू से क्या बनेगा यहाँ पर? यूनियन, और पी से क्या बना? पैट्रियोटिक, और एफ से क्या बना? फ्रंट. क्लियर? फुल फॉर्म आई रिपीट, जिम्बाब्वे, अफ्रीकन, नेशनल, यूनियन, पैट्रियोटिक, फ्रंट. बट जानु पीएफ यूजेस अनफेयर प्रैक्टिसेस फॉर विनिंग द इलेक्शन. ये कह रहे कि सिंस इंडिपेंडेंस से कौन सी पार्टी वहां पर रूल कर रही है? वहां पर जानु पीएफ क्या है? पॉलिटिकल पार्टी. एंड हु वाज द मेन लीडर हियर? रॉबर्ट मुगाबे. रूलिंग द कंट्री सिंस इंडिपेंडेंस, यानी कि सिंस इंडिपेंडेंस इलेक्शंस हैव बीन हेल्ड रेगुलरली, इलेक्शंस भी हो रहे हैं वहां पे रेगुलरली, एंड वॉन बाय जानु पीएफ. यानी कि हु वॉन द इलेक्शंस हियर? जानु पीएफ. व्हाई? But also uses unfair practices in elections. Unfair. What is the meaning here? Unfair का मतलब dirty tricks. यानी कि they were using the wrong methods for winning the elections. It means, but JANU PF uses unfair practices in elections to win and change the constitution several times. और why they change the constitution several times? कई बार उन्होंने देश का constitution क्यों change किया? Why? For what is the main reason behind it? Several times to increase the powers of the government. ताकि जो power है government की वो क्या हो सके वहाँ पर? Increase हो सके. इसलिए उन्होंने constitution also changed so many times. Thus, it clearly shows that undemocratic form of government. So we can say that here कि Zimbabwe country is a truly democratic country? No. Shows the undemocratic form of government. Whereas a democratic form of government has to follow certain rules and respect rights of the public. यहाँ क्या कहते हैं? जो डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री है यानी कि दे आर गिविंग द रेस्पेक्ट टू ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन, दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग द बेसिक राइट्स ऑल्सो ईच एंड एवरी वन. बट इन द अनडेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग हियर नो. So dear students, we have discussed the mainly four features of democracy. क्लियर? अभी हमने क्या? वन पर्सन वन वोट वन वैल्यू, फोर रूल ऑफ लॉ एंड रेस्पेक्ट फॉर राइट्स वी हैव डिस्कस हियर. So it means what we can say that a democratic government rules within limits set by constitutional laws and citizens' rights. So in the simple way we can say that democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. It means accordingly, democracy is a form of government in which rulers elected by the people, यानी कि rulers elected by the people take all the major decisions. It means who will take the major decision here? Rulers, those who are elected by the people. Elections offer a real choice and fair opportunities to the people to change the current rulers. यानी कि elections are providing the chance to each and everyone कि they can change their current ruler also if they are not doing the work according to the people wish. Third, this choice and opportunities is available to all the people on an equal basis. Why we can say that on the equal basis? Because we have given the concept one person one vote one value in a democratic form of government. The exercise of this choice leads to a government limited by basic rules of the constitution and citizens' rights. So dear students, today we have discussed the what do we mean by democracy. Simple, democracy is a form of government where the rulers are elected by the people. Basically democracy is derived from the word, यानी कि democracy word is derived from the Greek word demokratia. Demos means people or kratia means government. In the simply we can say that the in the democratic यानी कि ruled by the people. And Abraham Lincoln also gave the definition about the democracy and the government of the people, for the people and by the people. And after that we have discussed about the two types of democracy, direct and indirect democracy. In the direct democracy, and people, all the adult citizens, they can directly participate in the decisions making process. But in the indirect democracy, what do you mean by indirect democracy? And only representatives make laws on the behalf of the people. It means people cannot take the participate directly in the decision making process. Like in our country, for our country, India and USA, it is not possible we adopt the direct democracy. So in our country, which democracy we say that the indirect democracy we have adopted. Now, third point we have discussed about the features of democracy. Features of democracy means we have discussed one by one. Ki all the powers lies in the hand of the elected rulers. Free and fair chance we have given each and everyone. And third, one person, one vote, one value, and fourth, rule of law and respect for rights. In these four features, we have taken the examples many countries also. In the Pakistan also, who are taking the in 1919, General Pervez Musharraf came into power with the help of the military who he overthrown the elected government. Which type elected? यानी democratically elected government overthrown by the help of the military coup, and General Pervez Musharraf came in power. He held a referendum for that. Is a referendum is a direct vote for the electorate to express their views. Either you have to accept or reject to that particular ideas. And after that, in 2002, legal framework also adopted. According to that, who will take the major decisions? Military and General Pervez Musharraf. But in the democracy form of government, who will take all the decisions? And those rulers elected by the people, they will take all the major decisions. Clear? In second, we have discussed about the free and fair elections. And in a democratic form of government, we have adopted the concept of free and fair principles. And the features we have adopted. Otherwise, what would be happen here? And the ruling party hai, they will never lose the election. They always won the elections. No, but in a democratic, free and fair elections. Free and fair किस वजह से हो रहा है? Because we are having the one independent body also for conducting the election, that is called the election commission. Clear? And in the free and fair elections, we have taken the example of two countries, China and Mexico. In China, elections held after every 5 years to contesting the किसको बनाने के लिए parliament. What is the name of the parliament? National People Congress, or the National People Congress and the parliament appoints the president. Or who appoints the president? How many members? 3,000 members. Or that 3,000 members are appointed by the and chosen by the all over China. Or most of are the members of the army also. Or which party is the main here? Chinese Communist Party. So that's why in 2002 and 2003, who won the elections here? Chinese Communist Party, or we can say that the 8 other allies won the election here. They can contest the election here. They didn't give the permissions to the other parties here. Clear, students? And in third, one person, one vote, one value. We have taken the example of these country didn't adopt that principle. So Saudi Arabia, women don't have the basic rights to cast their vote. In Estonia, only Russian minorities find it difficult to get the right to vote. In the Fiji also, only indigenous Fiji has more value comparatively to the India Fijian. It means, so in our, what is the third features of democracy? One person, one vote, and each one person is having the equal value. And fourth, we have discussed rule of law and respect for rights. यानी कि we should make the rules and regulations according to the constitution, because our all the rules and regulation already mentioned in the constitution, and we should give the some basic rights to the citizens also, so they can express their ideas, views, they can form any association, they can form any organization also, and equality also we have provided. And we have taken the example of Zimbabwe. Since Zimbabwe gained the independence in 1980, that was the main party here. ZANU-PF was the led the struggle for that. And who was the main leader here? Robert Mugabe, ruling the country since independence. Who? Yani ZANU-PF party. And elections have been held regularly and won by ZANU-PF. Yani ZANU-PF was a popular, no doubt, he was very popular, but also uses unfair practices in election. Unfair का मतलब dirty tricks यानी कि wrong methods adopted to winning the elections. So dear students, today we have discussed about the what do you mean by democracy, we have taken from which word, and what are the features of democracy. Thank you.